Property of Hope Hospital were the words stamped in bold black capital letters on the V-shaped collar of the faded green scrub top peeping out of the opening of Bum's worn wool coat. Chester hovered around the small table with a mug of hot chocolate in his hand, while Bum gobbled food off of a thick white plate filled with scrambled eggs and mashed potatoes. The two men were at the back of the restaurant near the kitchen swing doors. "Easy, easy, my friend. There's more," Chester cautioned. He put the mug down next to Bum's plate and then sat in a chair on the opposite side. "You'll like this. It's the house hot chocolate. Queen Dee's own recipe, made the way they make it in Colombia." Bum continued shoveling a mixture of eggs and mashed potatoes into his mouth until his cheeks ballooned out. Saliva dribbled off his lower lip. He swallowed after some moments. A lump pushed the front of his scrawny neck outward as it slipped down into a stomach long vacant. "Good?" Chester smiled. His companion grasped the mug of hot chocolate with his two hands caked with dirt. Thick brown warped nails stood out against the crisp white of the cup. He jammed the cup to his mouth anyways and gulped down the sweet content. "Careful, it's hot. This hot chocolate is different. It's got—" A forceful cough shot melted cheese back into the cup. Chester rushed out of his chair. He was at the Bum's back in an instant, thumping him with a couple of firm pats. "It's got some cheese at the bottom." Bum shoved his mug at Chester. Hot chocolate lurched out of the sides onto Chester's apron. Another hack seized him. He gripped the sides of the small dining table. Chester set the mug down and rubbed Bum's back. "You eatin' too fast," he said. Bum arched his back like a cat and emitted two more hard coughs that came out half retch and half gag. Egg pieces sprayed like tiny cannonballs everywhere, on the tablecloth, on Chester's shirt and apron. Some yellow bits even landed on his face. Bum slumped over his food-filled plate afterward. "Better?" Chester asked while wiping some egg off his cheek. His friend nodded and sat aright again. Bits of eggs and mashed potatoes were smashed to the front of his worn coat and the top he wore underneath. Chester grimaced and stepped back. He wondered for a moment at his decision to let the Bum into the restaurant. Crumbles of scrambled eggs, dirty fingerprint smudges, and hot chocolate spatter littered the white linen runner across the blue and checkered tablecloth. And if the chaos on the table wasn't enough, in the warmth of the restaurant he began to notice a flatulence-like stench streaming off Bum. Chester wrinkled his nose and moved back to his chair. The bent man in front of him was a portrait of street pain, with steady, sunken coal eyes, dark rings that appeared as if someone had carved them deep into his face, scooped below his eye sockets. Shoots of gray wire hair shot through holes in his pilled black cap. "Tastes good?" he asked while putting a linen napkin under his nose. There was no effort at a reply. His friend plowed a spoon into the mound of mashed potatoes with butter flowing down the sides. These were last night's leftovers from the bottom of the buffet pans. Bum shoved spoonful after spoonful of warm, buttered potatoes into his mouth until his spoon scraped the bottom of the plate. After he finished, the ham slice drew his attention. He picked the meat up with bony fingers that curved at the top knuckles like sipping straws. He brought the meat under his nose and inhaled the warm, salt, fat aroma. His sunken eyes shut, and his dirty face softened as if having a pleasant dream. "Well, I guess that's my answer," Chester said. Bum opened his eyes, giving Chester a steady gaze. "Mister, you got some of 'em sandwiches?" The question came out in a deep, gravelled voice. Property of Hope Hospital